later on. In this PreSonus mixer, it's actually comes with a piece of software, very cool piece of software where you can connect a single FireWire cable and record all 24 channels into 24 audio files that you can, recreate back in Pro Tools, for example. A lot of modern digital mixers can be I/O or input-output interfaces for Pro Tools or other multi-track audio recording programs. The obvious advantage of this is that you can postpone all of your mixing decisions until you're sitting down behind, a full recording system, and you can tweak to your heart's content, with a cup of coffee. This is obviously the most flexible way of recording. And, if you don't have a mixer that will do all of that, then you can always get, multi-channel I/O boxes and send the direct outs of your channels, even on an analog board, and then record them into a multi-track recorder like Pro Tools, Sonar, record all of those ones. Now, another great benefit of this routing is that once you have all of the individual recordings of each channel, you could then replace some of those tracks and overdub parts, punch in all the other goodies that are available when you do multi-track recording. Now, if you're serious about capturing a live performance with the most fidelity and flexibility, then this is by far the better way of recording than just recording the entire mix out of the left and right head into just kind of a stereo file. Because once you've recorded that, you're pretty much stuck with the result. Trying to change that is like trying to unmix a cake, if you know what I mean. So no matter how you end up with the recording, either just recording the main outs right here or recording each channel into a multi-track session, then mixing that down, either way, you'll have your performance down to just, a single stereo file. And that's the only format where it really can be shared easily. If you're in the business of turning recordings around really quickly, like after a church service or similar, then just recording down off the main mix is really going to be the only way for you. For a CD that you want to sell later on, then maybe you want to record down to multi-track files and then mix that down. That'll be the better way. And typically the final file will be a common audio format like a stereo wave file or AFF file, at least 16 bits and 44.1K. Now, once that's done, there's a few things you might want to do. You might want to put it into an MP3 file or an AAC file, upload it on iTunes. Maybe send a bunch of those files out to musicians so that they can kind of hear a rehearsal. You can also burn to CD on a mass duplicator like these guys, even copy them off to removable media like these duplicators. So that's about it. You now know everything you need to know kind of up here, but the best audio engineers I know are the ones who put it into practice a lot. And there's just basically no substitute for experience in this field. So I would take as many mixing gigs as I could so that these mixing and troubleshooting principles really become kind of second nature. So go find local venues and scour local or social media sites to find bands who need an audio engineer. Now, by the way, churches are always looking for solid sound people, and they'll quite often pay you a steady income. In fact, I had a part-time job at a huge church in Southern California, mixing 5 services a week with a 10-piece band, horn section, 100-piece choir to about 2,500 people a night for years. And apart from it being a really great learning experience, I heard a lot of sermons, and it really changed my life. I went on to Africa on a missions trip, and all of this came together to me meeting my daughter that I adopted from Ethiopia. So you really never know where your skills as an audio engineer will take you. I've worked with many famous artists over the years, but some of my most memorable moments were spent mixing in the church. Because a lot of my customers are people working in houses of worship, I've actually made a website specifically for church audio where you can see recommendations of systems and equipment specifically in this area. You can see the details below. So with that being said, hope I didn't get too preachy right there. I've just learnt that life is so much better when you're making music for a purpose. That's been in my life anyway. So, wow, we got through all this stuff. A lot of technical details, a lot of troubleshooting stuff. But I now deputize you to go out and make some really great sound. There are too many knuckleheads there behind mixing boards who don't know which way is up. You are now not one of those people. So go and make me proud. Keep in mind that your bonus materials are on this last disc, and just place this into your PC or Mac and open it up as a data disc, not as a DVD. This is a mixed media disc that can be opened as a standard DVD that you can play on your TV, and also it's a data disc where you'll find all the PDFs and all that added content, that all the goodies that are there. So let me thank you for your time. My name is David Wells, and ciao for now.